Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Adam London, Director of the Kent County Health Department. Today is March 25th. We've just received the update from the state of Michigan regarding the total number of positive COVID-19 cases, which at this moment are 2,295 cases. And very sadly, the number of deaths has increased by 18 to a total of 43 deaths statewide. Here in Kent County, we've seen some increases to our positive COVID-19 count. We're now at 36, and we have the one death. Want to say a word of appreciation to our leaders in Washington who appear to be much closer to agreeing to a stimulus plan that will deliver money to those who need it most during this COVID-19 situation. The plan that we've heard to date would include checks of $1,200 to each qualifying person making less than $75,000 in their most recent year's tax return, a total of $2,400 for a married couple under $150,000 on their recent tax return, and then $500 for every dependent child. This is important to us in public health, not usually because we worry about federal bills of that nature, but because while we're trying very hard to bend the epidemiological curve of COVID-19, we're also very mindful that it's important that we don't break the economic curve of the country, because that has public health consequences as well. People not having an income leads to poverty, and poverty and the economic stresses that are associated with that have real public health consequences as well. So I applaud those leaders in Washington who are working so hard to get some relief to the people who need it, and also loans to businesses that are struggling right now to make ends meet. We're also getting a lot of question about what are we doing at the Kent County Health Department. So I come on every day and I tell you about the numbers every day. You should know that behind the scenes we have a huge team of people working with hospitals, working with first responders, working with cities, townships, and villages, businesses throughout West Michigan, and all of the many agencies that serve the community, large and small. We're working with them to make sure that people are cared for during this crisis. And in particular, we're working very hard right now to make sure that we can provide testing support for organizations that care for vulnerable populations in residential care. So while the hospitals are doing a great job of increasing testing for the population at large, there are a number of organizations that have either homeless individuals or people who are in residential care that might not otherwise get tested. And because those settings are so sensitive to COVID-19 infection, we want to make sure that we can support them using our very limited testing resources to make sure they can identify cases as soon as possible. We're also working with a number of partners to identify a location where we can put people who are sick that don't have a place to go. And that's very important to us right now. Everyone deserves a safe place to go and receive care and shelter, especially during this COVID-19 epidemic. We want to make sure that we're not putting the rest of the community in greater harm by not having a safe place for people to go. And so we're very close to having a number of solutions in place where people who are struggling with homelessness can go to have shelter and care during that time. None of this could be possible without the amazing team that we have both here at the Kent County Health Department and throughout the community. And I can't stress that enough. It's a team effort. And while I'm often the person who's on camera getting the appreciation, in reality, I'm just one small part of a very large team. And so just keep that in mind, please, that from the townships, from the first responders, healthcare systems, there are so many people involved in this response. And here at the department, from Erica, who's joined our team recently to help us with communications, to the great Steve Kelso, who's been producing all of these videos. There are just so many people that are working so hard to serve all of you right now. And I appreciate them so much. I hope you do also. Please continue to like and share our Facebook posts. And please keep them in mind and keep your neighbors in mind, how you can help and be part of our team here in Kent County by serving your neighbors during this time of crisis as well. Thank you, and please tune in Watch this page carefully. We'll be back with more updates very soon. Thanks.